Okay, so I'm back with Venus trine Pluto. Trine. I will say this. Listen, whenever there's a Pluto component to a sign, if there's an aspect, period, there's intensity, there is control, abuse, power. Power plays, power struggle, recognizing that power. Transformation, changes that has to happen. Now, with Pluto trine Venus though, it's not, this is a good synastry in terms of they're in each other's lives, they can coexist with each other. It's not as intense. They can be a little bit more on the same page in the relationship, because it depends on what other planets and like planetary aspects and stuff like that is at play. But in the relationship with each other, there's not like Venus senses the power or knows the Pluto person's power, senses it, knows it, respects it, or just allows it to happen. They don't have to get in each other's way. Pluto respects Venus a whole lot, like what Venus brings to the table. The Venus person's love style, it doesn't feel like threatened by the Venus person, and Venus does not feel overpowered or over controlled or intimidated by the Pluto person. They go well together. Pluto person does this thing, can remain confident. It does, even just Venus just existing, Pluto feels it. Pluto understands it. If Pluto feels like Venus is a complement to it. It doesn't, sexually, this can produce two people in a relationship that enjoy each other. They enjoy each other. Pluto person is passionate about Venus person. Venus person loves the way that Pluto engages with them, touches them, interacts with them. It's a natural flow. Pluto doing this thing does not present some sort of power struggle. Venus doing its thing, the Venus person, because this is not going to be long. The Venus person does not pose a threat. See, this is the thing. What really activates Pluto a lot of times negatively is the power struggle that it presents, because Pluto naturally is possessive, and it holds a certain certain aspect or component of power that it is aware that it's holding. Like, it's aware that it's holding this. It's aware that it has control in this area, and it's aware of it. And what activates Pluto to want to be manipulative, to want to be sneaky, to want to, do some cutthroat stuff, to like take charge and to show the Venus like, okay, yeah, I'm Pluto, I'm doing this, I'm running this. It's when it's threatened, it feels like it's triggered, it feels like it's threatened. Venus does not threaten Pluto when it's trying. Now, however, if I'm gonna go ahead and say this, if what can take place though in this interaction with the two is wanting to or needing to start up some flare of drama, because the Pluto person could be like, nah, I need a little bit more oomph. Like, I need a little bit more emotion from the Venus person. Because think about it. If you're dealing with Scorpio, if you're dealing with Pluto, if you're dealing with Scorpio energy, Scorpio, they don't like the surface stuff. They'll try to purposely, okay, I know too many of them. Listen, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. I said I know a lot of them, and they can do things to try to get under the surface of you. Like they want to see like the raw emotions of you. Like when you're in a certain scenery, like let's say you're in a place where you're in the library and you know how you're supposed to act a certain way in the library, and you're composed and you talk a certain way and you act a certain way, you move a certain type of way. They could be like, okay, yeah, you are in the library and that's the way you're supposed to move, but at the same time, like, I need for you to show me, though, if you was in the library and it was a state of an emergency, something happened, and they could think of the most absurd thing, the most cruelest thing that could happen, and they could be like, okay, if something happened, what would your emotions be like then? The library is just an example, but they put you in situations to where they be like, no, how do you really feel about me? Like, what would you really do? That's Pluto in this situation with Venus. Pluto would be like, nah, I want to shake some things up with Venus. Like, if I really needed the money, if I really wanted you to change how you looked, if I really, you get what I'm saying? If I really wanted to see how much you love me, what would you be willing to do? And they'll kick up stuff, start up drama and stuff like that. The Venus person could be like, no, I need for you to chase me more. I need for you to want to possess me more. Because let's keep it a buck. We can all say what we want to say, but everybody know that when they're in a relationship with a special somebody, they want to feel like that person will own them in some type of way. They want to feel like that person has more emotions, a little bit more deeper for them than they do other people. You get what I'm saying? So Venus could be like, man, Pluto is too relaxed. These two every now and then could kick up a little bit of drama with each other. I will say that. They could kick up a little bit of drama with each other. Y'all should role play sometimes, or if not role play, kick up a little bit of drama by actually not doing nothing to where you're going to be toxic or nothing like that, but like actually doing something like role playing or like incorporating some type of fun or something, that acting or doing something different or whatever, to where you could pretend that you're getting to it. Now, I'm not saying that you don't, because there's other aspects at play, so I'm not saying that you don't get into it and have disagreements and stuff like that, but I'm just saying to purposely do it to get a kick out of each other and a thrill, why not? But all in all, you guys can make changes that work to empower the relationship. Like, you don't have to worry about those power shows and the control. Sometimes if Pluto is feeling threatened by outside people, or Venus is feeling like they're not getting enough possessiveness by the Pluto, like they're not getting, you know what I mean? Like they want some more oomph from the Pluto. They want to see like the Pluto person really, really has those deep emotions for them, and vice versa, But these two flow very well with each other. So you can do a lot of things positive within the relationship and not worry about those power struggles. And that's a very good thing. And this is Venus trine Pluto. I'll be back.